Our story is the story of change. It is also a testament to our resilience. It began when humans conquered the Ice Age and its frigid climate. Human society not only survived, but it flourished. Now comes the time when Ice Age ended and we entered era of new challenges. A time when we decided to settle down and devise new ways to face the new world that was upon us. As the Pleistocene ended and the Holocene began, the Ice Age was ending. During the early years of the Holocene, two periods of peculiar climate were observed. First came the boiling Alerod interstadial, around 12,950 years before present. This 2000-year-long period saw remarkable global warming. The warmer climate during the interstadial period was succeeded by what is known as the Younger Dryas interval. It was around 10,800 to 9,650 years BCE. Younger Dryas was a period of near glacial condition with a dramatic fall in temperatures. It lasted for 1,000 years. Thus, the beginning of Holocene was a time of transformation of climate towards a much more favorable temperate environment. Studies of ice cores suggest that the atmosphere at this time was richer in carbon dioxide by about a third. This brought about increased photosynthesis, biomass, and seed yield, which means that the plants of early Holocene were much more productive compared to before. The animal world also changed rapidly with the climate. Mammoths and woolly rhinos became extinct as the ice age retreated, and as the ice sheets were replaced by forests, the big animals were replaced by forest animals such as red deer. Hunter-gatherer societies also faced this rapidly changing world, one which had a more temperate climate and more productive ecosphere. Apart from the rapidly changing climate, rising population posed a unique challenge in front of the hunter-gatherer societies. These challenges needed more efficient ways of exploiting the resources. As a result, in this era, people started to develop specific technologies which suited the specific local environments. So there is a trend towards more specialization in this time period. This also meant that now they started staying at the same areas for longer periods and seasonal migration reduced considerably. Homo sapiens were remarkable in their ability to innovate, and as the groups were staying in one place for prolonged periods, they developed new technologies and intensified exploitation of natural resources. This era also saw downsizing of the tools. This meant much more efficient utilization of available raw material, which was necessity if the group had to stay at one place for longer duration. The stone tool implements belonging to this era are small, and most often they were mounted or hafted on objects made of other materials such as wood, bone, antlers, etc. This is why these tools are also called composite tools. The small stony parts of these tools is what has survived as the archaeological records, and these implements are known as microliths. Microliths included geometrically shaped stone barbs, which were then mounted on weapons made of other materials such as wood. They were used as arrowheads, knife barbs, scrapers, and awls. These microliths were much more standardized and well designed, being produced in predictable geometric forms. There is more standardization of tools in this era compared to the earlier stone tools. This is also the time that the spear was replaced by bows and arrows as the weapon of choice. The arrows presented with several advantages such as greater portability, greater accuracy, and ability to hit several projectiles within a short span of time. The toolkits of Mesolithic people also show remarkable specialization, as mentioned earlier, in response to the local needs. Examples are Maglemose bone and antler barbed points used for fishing. More sedentism and intensive hunting gathering means that there was also a need for storage technology. To summarize, the post Ice Age hunter gatherers across the world faced several similar challenges such as more restricted territories, less mobility, rising local population, and fast changing environment. The humans rose up to these challenges, adapted to the new environment by developing specialized tool technologies and increased complexity in social life. Let's summarize the hallmarks of the society of Mesolithic times. Higher population and relatively smaller territories, more intensive, more diversified, and more specialized food quest. Selected species of nuts and seeds became more important. In some cases, people deliberately started sowing wild plants to ensure adequate harvest. A system for food storage and preservation was developed. Permanent or nearly permanent settlements. Settlements are often associated with burial grounds. Highly developed hunting, fishing, or plant processing equipment. Division of labor by gender, age, and activity based crafts. Simple social hierarchy, exchange of exotic objects and raw materials with neighboring groups. More elaborate ritual, beliefs, and ceremonial life.